Greenwich and Todd at odds over ICJ case local team. 235 broken fire hydrants in Georgetown. People fake COVID exposure to get sick days. And non-law defense lack of audit for a $9.5 billion Exxon bill. I am the Rico Bulford and welcome to tonight's edition of Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. Minister Todd and Carl Greenwich are currently at odds over the ministry's decision to expand the local team of experts dealing with the border controversy case. Someone had recently leaked a letter by Greenwich asking the president to intervene in this situation, as he felt the expansion of the team was unnecessary and probably politically motivated. The ministry responded by saying that the team needed more experts on the matter and made specific reference to Guyana's current ambassador to Suriname, Keith George, who served as the head of the Frontiers Department before his appointment as ambassador, as well as director of the Frontiers Department, Donette Skeet, who has served in the department for the past 14 years. Additionally, reference is made to Trishala Prasad, who has served as head of Legal and Treaties Division for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The three senior foreign affairs officials and a number of others have now been added to the local team in the border controversy. Region 4 Chairman Daniel Searam wants a proper consultation with residents in the Nandine Park and Continental Park areas who will be impacted by the construction of the new Demerara Harbour Bridge. According to the regional chairman, while the NDC in one of the areas has given it no objection to the project, the chairman of that particular NDC has admitted that the government did not consult them on the matter. However, Minister Edgell says, while the government will listen to all legitimate concerns, they ultimately do not need the no objection in order to proceed with the project. According to a recent assessment by the Guyana Fire Service, almost two-thirds of the fire hydrants in Georgetown are considered inoperable. 235 fire hydrants are currently out of service. 121 hydrants are fully functional, but need minor maintenance. Together, the Fire Service and GWI inspected 356 hydrants around the capital city. 7 members of the PNC have been officially nominated for the position of party leader. They are Aubrey Norton, Richard Van West Charles, Sharma Solomon, Volder Lawrence, Joe Harmon, and Basil Williams. In addition, the PNC also announced that 16 persons have been nominated for the position of chairman of the party. Incumbent chairman Volder Lawrence was among those nominated for the position. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is this 2011 Subaru Forester XT. It comes with all-wheel drive, driving mode, Bluetooth, mag rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, reverse camera, rear spoiler, and much more. Buy cash for $4.7 million, or pay down as low as $940,000 down, with around $106,500 monthly for 4 years, and it's yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peterborough Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Rico sent you for this sweet deal. Ropes and Pence said that a bill proposed to Parliament for the use of tasers is expected to be approved before year's end. However, the bill is currently awaiting parliamentary presentation and approval. He explained that the corps will be equipped with tasers in hopes of minimizing the use of lethal force and to immobilize the threat of violence to police officers and others. Supposedly, because you can still kill people with tasers, but oh well. 34-year-old Melroy Barry will spend Christmas in prison after he was remanded on an attempted murder charge. He was accused of attempting to kill a female hairdresser for some reason. He will be remanded to prison until January 11, 2022. According to Dr. Frank Anthony, the health ministry has received reports of people who are supposedly routinely exposed to people infected with the Rona. He said this is problematic since it may signal that people are exploiting the system, knowing that each time they claim to have been exposed, they are mandated to quarantine for 5 days and to get tested before returning to work.
Hey, I'm interrupting this program to let you know that not all truck parts are created equal. Some does work hard without any problems for a long time, while others does make your truck broke down quick and got you running your pockets again. Get genuine high-quality parts from Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts and extend the life of your repair. They're the authorized dealer in Guyana for Hammer USA products like brake valves, clutch discs, universal bearings, and others. Visit them at 1161 EE Eccles or call them on 697-0171. Powered Automotive, the #1 truck and engine parts store in Guyana. If you didn't know, well, now you know.
It's now time for today's Runner Report. Today, the nation recorded 83 new cases. There are 935 persons dead, 20 in the ICU, 1,988 in home isolation. And the total number of confirmed cases around the nation now stands at 36,999. So please, people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds. And remember to give 6 meters space between you and others. As for the vaccines, to date, 393,355, or 76.7% of adults have received their first dose, and 264,851, or 51.6% are fully vaccinated. As for the adolescents, 28,501, or 39.1%, have received their first dose, and 19,693, or 27% are fully vaccinated. And now for our stupid news of the day. You know what I think is stupid? The lack of respect these politicians have for our collective intelligence. First it was Jagdeo, now Nandalal is currently defending the government's non-auditing of Exxon's $9.5 billion bill. He used many of the same arguments that Jagdeo did, and they were just as insulting. But overall, he claims that why should we have wasted money and paid a foreign company to do the audit when we could instead save the money and build our own capacity? And why should the public be mad at them for letting the audit lapse for a year when APNU let it lapse for 3 years? Well, I could tell you for one, there's actually a deadline in place that you all had to follow. But the second thing, honestly, if you ask me, that excuse is completely disingenuous, especially when you consider the fact that a nation's main opposition party is considered a government in waiting. And they were already a government before they became the government in waiting, so they already had the systems in place. That's why they have shadow ministers, to track what is going on in each respective ministries. And again, just like I said, they should already know what was going on in those ministries because they just left them. And of course, you know Jagdeo had all his spies in the system. Nevertheless, last year, the PPP had already planned a whole parallel pandemic response team when they felt the government's task force was not acting decisively enough to help the people. They were able to coordinate such a massive effort to help people in a relatively short amount of time. I mean, honestly, within a matter of months. But if the COVID response was important enough to start an effort completely independent of the government, then why couldn't they consider a similar measure for this huge issue that Jagdeo was personally tracking for years? I mean, literally, he even complained about it years ago. I thought he'd care about it even more. Then consider this. The private sector is basically the finance arm of the PPP. So are you really trying to tell me that they could not have planned something in the 6 years since Exxon found the oil here? I mean, come on. They have been reaching out to oil industry experts and businessmen from every corner of the globe to have all these seminars and all these events that they've been having for the past several years that were not government funded. This is PPP and private sector funded. But throughout all of this, you're trying to tell me that not one person there could have helped us, even after they specifically, the government, put out requests for people to apply and to help us audit Exxon. Not one of these oil experts or even the ones we asked for could help us. I mean, come on, it's not like we're asking to do it for free. Auditing one oil company in one tiny country can't be that difficult. But at this point, their excuse is so hollow that I can see right through it. And at this point, that feels pretty stupid. You can multiply your cash by selling Digicel Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your existing side hustle. Become a Top-Up vendor quick and easy through Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Moving on to our Uncut News Views poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in the nation, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So you give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, do you think we are ready to open the land border with Brazil, or is it still too soon? Dhanraj Mohan said, ensure that each person does a proper oxygen level test and temperature test before entering Guyana at the airport and, of course, at the Brazilian border. and screening is vital for safety reasons. So for tonight's question, do you support the government's idea to give cops tasers? Why or why not? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.